Hi and welcome to Let's Talk For Real, hosted by myself, Christopher Mattox, and my co-host, Hannah Robson.
Hiya.
And this is not our first attempt at doing this, I'm not gonna lie. We were sort of about 10 minutes into pre-recording and I had discovered that my paperwork had been misplaced and I could not find it and we had to write it out again. And yes, it was all very annoying. What did we say in the last part before we cancelled? Oh yes, for the next few weeks, I don't know how our schedule's going to be because we're quite busy coming up to our holiday, which will be from 14th till the 20th.
Yep, definitely.
And
we might, I don't know, you don't want to do anything out there, do you? Like filming wise?
We could try.
We could, but it will be hard, do you think?
Oh really, we could do it if we wanted to.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
It's not hard, you could do anything if you want to.
Yeah.
I actually forgot what we said in the last podcast. Well, that we sort of half recorded. But anyway, for those of you that do not know, we talk about real things, real opinions, real issues affecting everyone, and just on a general basis, real talk and real memories lost. So Hannah's going to open us up with a funny joke. It's different to the one that I heard just before this recording. So hopefully it's better, because the last one was crap. Open us up.
Okay. Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
To see their girls.
Because if they flew over a bay, they would be bagels.
That's kind of funny.
Yes.
But don't make me laugh. You have yet to make me laugh once since... I think this is our 11th episode and you have yet to make me laugh. Anyway, the main topic, and one big topic for this week, is going to be anime related, which I somehow managed to talk about in nearly every podcast that we do. And there's a real popular, it's not so much popular now, but a few weeks ago it was quite popular. It was all over the place, football tier list, any sort of tier, DC show tier list, Marvel movie tier list, anything that you want to rank in a system that would if you had tier list in your topic title, then you're going to get views for some reason. So we're a bit late to the party, but me and Hannah are going to do...
Sorry, Jesus, that's me. Sorry.
Wow, look at that spike as well. Me and Hannah are going to attempt to do a tier list.
Hay fever.
And so how we've done it is we've got A, B,
A, B, C, and then
change it to I want an S as well.
S, what, down the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
But S means the best, yeah? Like, not the best of best, yeah?
What's the A for then?
Like amazing. Like still very good, but not the best.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. So we've now got S, A. So I'll say what it means as I'm going.
No,
S,
A, B, C, D, F, and then S.
Yeah, but S, which is like the best. Like those are the animes that no one can beat. A, very good animes, but they have their flaws. B, good animes, but they have quite a bit wrong with them. D is just like they have potential, but they've got so much wrong with them. And F could be like, how can I say? So F is like ones that we might not really know too well, or ones that I know quite well, or Hannah doesn't know quite well, or ones that just are completely crap and have a lot of flaws. So yeah, we're gonna. And this is in no particular order. This is just what me and Hannah had to think of, like on the fly. But looking at it now, this is more or less what I had wrote out before my paperwork went missing. So we're gonna start off and I'll ask you first, Naruto. Now, this is when he was a kid. This is before Shippuden.
Mm-hmm.
And you barely gave that one a chance as well.
Well, I think I'll give that a B.
Why B?
Because I feel like... No, I changed that to an A.
Why A? You barely watched it.
I know I barely watched it.
If I was you, I'd be putting that as a D. You barely watched Naruto as a kid.
Yeah, but I feel like I didn't give it enough chance.
Exactly,
because
so
I
put
feel
it
like...
as a D.
No. Okay.
And while you did that, I remembered quickly what I said in my previous, before we recorded. I'm wearing a hat today because my hair's a mess. And I'm getting my hair cut
It's not
the
a mess.
Wednesday after the Wednesday coming. Because my schedule with work and private life is wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. And my sunglasses, because hay fever is killing me. I only have 12 hours to live because of this.
Oh, shut up. Hay fever's not deadly. Oh god, it's fucking deadly.
Apparently freaking Vaseline is the cure towards that crap you sent me earlier.
It is Vaseline.
Yeah, anyway.
Or is it Vicks? You put it on your nose.
Naruto before Shippuden. Now I'm going to start it from episode 1 all the way to the finish. I would rate Naruto I'd probably rate it C. I'd rate it C. Because...
So this is the first Naruto, yeah?
Yeah, Naruto before Shippuden.
Yeah.
I would rate it a C because it had a lot of potential and it's what led to Shippuden, which we're going to get onto in a minute. And it was very funny as well. Even Shippuden has its funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
Great story, as Shippuden does as well. And it just opens you up basically for Naruto Shippuden, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But what all Naruto as a kid, for you that didn't watch it, is essentially just a young boy trying to deal with not having any friends or family. He then makes friends who essentially become family, and he gets stronger and stronger. Then he loses his best friend. His best friend turns, well, practically evil. And then that opens the door for Shippuden. Ignoring all the filler that happened afterwards. To me, that's when Naruto should have ended, when Sasuke left, didn't it? So, I'm rating that C. I think that's fair enough. Now, moving on to Shippuden. Now, me and Hannah haven't finished watching it. We're currently up to the war. And please, for crying out loud, no spoilers in the comments for Hannah. Now, I know what happens in it because I've watched the manga. Read the manga.
Watched the manga. Oh, there's a manga now?
Read the manga, I mean to say. So yeah, Naruto Shippuden, I would rate S. That's an S class for me personally. Naruto, especially Shippuden, helped me as a kid throughout a lot of things. Like, it taught me, like, you know what, this kid, he came from nothing. He had nothing, no friends, no family, mummy and daddy died, and he wanted to be the most respected person in this village, which is the Hokage. And by the end of it, well, Hannah knows anyway because she's
he comes to Hokage.
Yeah. And he achieved what he had set out to do, essentially. And there's a lot more deeper stories into it, like with Itachi, the way he is, Jiraiya, the way he is. So Naruto Shippuden for me is S. S rank all day. What about you?
What is A rank again?
A rank is very good, but it does have its flaws. Like, it's not the best of the best. That's what S class is.
I think I'll rate that as A because I still feel I know what's going on, but as you know, I had a few spoilers. I obviously know what's going to happen at the end. But for me to put it at the top, obviously not of the best, is before, as you know, I'm not usually into anime and I don't know what the hell's going on, but with Naruto Shippuden,
it's very simple.
It's very simple because when I first obviously watched the first season of that, I was a bit confused at what was going on, but now I know why this war's happening. I was a bit confused. It took me time to figure out what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd give that an A.
And as well, another reason you're probably giving it an A is because of the Hinata and Sakura situation, right? Because Hinata doesn't really get much screen time, and she's the one that Naruto somehow eventually ends up with, when all the time it was basically hinting that it'd be Sakura.
But Sakura's been eyeing up, what's his name?
Sasuke?
Sasuke, yeah. Sasuke,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah. But,
Go away.
I was thinking to do the Naruto Shippuden movies, but to be honest with you, okay, we'll do one. We'll do only one Naruto Shippuden movie, not Naruto, but Naruto Shippuden. I forget what it's called, but I think it's the last. You know, the one we watched with him and Hinata. Like, this is after the war, but before he's Hokage. That one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when he practically blows up half the moon or something. Remember? What would you rate that?
I'll rate that.
Because you really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's my favourite one. I don't know. When it comes to movies, I think I can easily get hooked on them, especially when it's something like what happens after. Like, for example, 10 years later.
Yeah.
You know, and I just like it.
You just like the really love story between the two of them, isn't it?
Yes. I was like kind of feeling, oh, it's unexpected. I didn't know, you know, that's gonna happen. That's why I liked it. So I'm gonna rate that S rank.
Me, I would rate it an A rank, and that's still very high, don't get me wrong, but I've never really liked many of the Naruto movies, but that for me is the best one that I've watched out of the Naruto movies. But for me personally, it has flaws, just for me, because I don't like the whole Naruto Hinata thing. That's why, because I'm just a bit annoyed at the fact that it's Hinata that he ended up with.
Oh, did you not want her to come into like, she talk like this?
Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, like that thing from Sword Art, isn't it? But I wouldn't be annoyed if she had more screen time. You know what I mean? Like, if it was, because it kept hinting at. It's not, but it kept hinting at Sakura.
That's what they like to do. Animes like to do that. You think A's gonna get with B, but actually A gets with X, if you know what I mean. I like that.
Now getting on to one of my favourite anime franchises of all time, and a lot of people call this one. Actually, I'm going to go back to Naruto as well. Naruto was in one of the big three anime, which consisted of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Those were the big three back in the days, yeah. But this one, what I'm about to get into, a lot of people call this one the granddad of anime, Dragon Ball. Because Dragon Ball was one of the first animes to really get them. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first to get anime popping, getting it out there.
What was it, 1990s or 1989, was it? Like late 80s or early 90s,
I think, you know what, we're going to Google it right now. When was Dragon Ball first aired?
The first episode of Dragon Ball was on the 26th of February 1986.
1986.
And that's the anime. Imagine when the manga came out.
Obviously,
how long it took to make that an anime. So yeah, Dragon Ball was one of the first. That's why they called it the granddad of anime. So Dragon Ball. Now we're going to go from the oldest versions to the current versions. Okay. So Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
What would you rate that? Now that's when he's a kid.
I rate that as
That's before like Vegeta and all them got come into it, yeah.
I rate that as a is B still quite good?
B is, it's good, but it has its few flaws.
Ooh, I think I rate that as a B.
How come?
Well, I just try to remember.
By the way, you're writing everything.
Yes, I know. Yes, I am. Yes,
sure.
Definitely I'm writing. I'd rate Dragon Ball as a B because I think I'm going to try and remember it. I try and remember what most of the first one.
Do you remember that episode where what was it? Because Goku was stupid as a kid, yeah, and Bulma was sleeping.
Oh yeah.
He was tapping her fanny.
She's
And he was
going,
like,
going, what's this?
Where's the... She ain't got the baby. And then there
He
was
lifts up or something like that.
and there's many episodes where his penis is out on show.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, these are for kids.
And there was one episode where Master Roshi was asking for something for Bulma,
Yeah.
and Bulma just flipped up her skirts. She was out of track on not wearing panties. Obviously, it didn't show what she had, but it was
Obviously not.
inclined with what she had.
I think back then it should be at least a 15 because fucking what they had showing is no eyes for kids. That's all I can say. That's why I rate it as a B because I never thought it would come to down to that. I was quite confused why he kept flying on this cloud because I know he couldn't fly back then. He still had his tail, but I forgot when it got knobbed off.
Remember when I think it was in the tournaments, I don't know which one, there was a few, especially in the first series, when he was fighting Master Roshi, I think it was, and he turned into, or was it Tien? It was one of the two.
Yeah.
And one of them cut off his tail because I was like, right, like, if he has that tail, that's a risk. Oh wait, no.
No, it's because if the moon comes out, it's more risky to him.
Yeah, and I think Master Roshi blew up the moon.
Oh yeah.
I think he...
No, she
I think he still had his tail, Dragon Ball Z, you know. I think he did. You know what? I don't know when he lost his tail, but you people in the comments, the real hardcore fans, can freaking let us know. But yeah, he lost his tail at one stage. But yeah, you're giving it a B.
I'm giving it a B, yeah, because it's still quite new to me and I'm a bit confused what's going on, but then I'll be able to catch.
The story was very simple, especially back then. Come on. Later on, it gets a lot more complicated. Dragon Ball, for me, I would give it. You know what? I'd probably give it a B as well. You know, that's because it's the foundation of Dragon Ball itself,
Yeah.
and for all the reasons you said, and for me, the story. For me personally, there was very good character development, so it led the way for what's coming up next. Dragon Ball Z. What would you give that one?
I'll give that a
So I'll ask this: is it better or worse than Dragon Ball?
I think slightly better, so it'll be an
So
A.
it's above a B then.
Yeah, so it'll be an A. I was thinking of giving it an A.
How come A?
If I try to remember what happens in Dragon Ball Z.
So you've got the most memorable "It's over 9,000" meme with Vegeta smashing the Scouter. You've got the most memorable Nappa. You've got Goku's brother Raditz. You've got the famous.
Oh yeah, it's when new faces start to come in, and I'm like, yeah. No,
and when they start going up to
yeah.
space, you've got the most longest. Yeah, and this is facts, by the way. The most longest anime battle over, like, I think it's 50 episodes long of Goku versus Frieza. You've got that. You've got you've got Cell coming into it. You've got the Boo saga as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll give that.
You've got the fusion. There's so much that happened in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but I feel like I can't remember. My brain is.
I remember it all so well. But yeah, you're giving that an A. How come?
Because new characters start to come in. I mean, I like obviously with when Vegeta and Nappa start to come in on did they come in this coming in a spaceship or one of those weird balls? Space pods, yeah. And
the shape of this.
When shape of the blue ice ball. Probably you can't see that, can you? Oh no, you can't.
Maybe.
Anyway,
keep talking.
because when Vegeta kept saying the word Kakarot, well, who's he talking about? Then you're telling me, oh, he's talking about Goku. What?
The shape of that.
Yeah. So yes, so he kept saying like the word of Kakarot. So I thought I didn't know it was a name until you said he's actually talking about Goku. I was thinking, well, why is he not talking about Kakarot? That's his Saiyan name.
Yeah.
But then when I want to know, I forgot. He did get his name Goku somewhere, didn't he?
From the guy that found him in Dragon Ball, Grandpa Goku.
Grandpa Goku.
Sorry, not Grandpa Gohan, sorry.
Grandpa Gohan.
And that's why he names his own kid Gohan after him.
Yeah. So I like when them two started to come in.
Because Goku was evil when he landed, but because he knocked his head when he fell out the
Knocked his
pod.
Like, was it this front? Normally it's the back of the head is
yeah.
concussion, yeah. So, and
And
I'm
then
thinking,
he became good, basically.
yeah, and then obviously I don't get why Goku was good, and then Vegeta and Nappa was like really evil, and I'm thinking.
And Goku's brother as well, Raditz, don't forget.
Oh yeah. So that was quite interesting to me. I was just like, oh, I don't want anyone to be bad or killing themselves or some crap. So yeah.
For me, Dragon Ball Z, straight up S class. Straight up. That is what apart. You know what? Yeah, I'm slightly debating to put it in what do you call it? A class, only because of Frieza versus Goku. That fight drags on for so freaking long.
That's why I put it in A class as well.
It's on. No, you put it in.
I'll put it in A class. You put it in S rank.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that one flaw it has. But it has all the moments I said. It's not Super Saiyan when he first went Super Saiyan. That moment was one of the most epic moments in anime. You've got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan against Cell, which itself a good fight. You've got Boo, who was hilarious, and I'm on about every version of Boo except Kid Boo. I don't really like
I
him.
prefer the fat Boo.
I prefer the skinny Boo.
No, the fat Boo because he just like he ate and ate, and I was like, oh, I can relate to him. You're like, why? Because he's eating. I mean, I eat on my bad days.
Boo turn you to chocolate. But I prefer Skinny Boo, especially after he absorbs Piccolo Gohan. That's like when he turns really smart and all that stuff. But it's got all the Boo versions. It's got the fusion of Vegeta and
It's
Goku.
got Cell.
Huh?
Cell.
It has Cell as well, which I already said. It's got the movies, but
I missed the abridged ones.
yeah, it's coming back soon.
I
Maybe
like
this year.
watching like the old ones because I keep forgetting what happens.
Yeah, we can watch it again if we want.
Yeah.
But the brisket. Do you want to put that? You know what? Yeah, after this, we'll put that in there. We'll actually put that as a separate thing.
Or Dragon Ball Bridge.
Yeah, but so yeah, Dragon Ball Z. It's just one of the best animes ever, man. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not the best for its storytelling. It doesn't really have much stories apart from the basic I'm the hero, you're the villain, I'm gonna F you up. But just for the moments that it has, and the characters have developed from Dragon Ball, so you don't really need that character development because you've already got it. It's just carried on basically. And you get the character development of Vegeta anyway, from him being a dickhead to being like an okay guy by the end of it. So S class, man, all day long. The only problem is it's the freaking Frieza fights, but besides from that, it's calm. And the most one of the most hated franchises of Dragon Ball, by the way, Dragon Ball GT. A lot of people really hated it.
Which one? What happened in GT?
So, well, that's just it. Not much.
Oh, I'll give that a bloody F.
So
then.
Goku, I'll open up the story. So there was these Black Star Dragon Balls, which are basically negative Dragon Balls. You once you use them, they're gone for like I think it's 100 years or whatever they said. And oh no, is it? I forget. Once you use it, the planet that you used it on goes up basically. And so those bad people, I don't know if you remember them, but do you remember Emperor Pilaf? Like that weird blue alien with the dog and the little woman that sometimes hangs out with Trunks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The girl that Trunks might end up with. Yeah. So they made a wish by mistake saying they wish Goku was a kid. So that is when he goes back to being a kid in Dragon Ball GT. So it was just them trying to go back to their roots, basically. But a lot of people really hated it because, but it had its pluses because it went to different planets. You saw more of the universe. You saw Dragon Ball. I mean, Super Saiyan 4, Goku, Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 fusion of Gogeta. You had that baby character, if you remember him, when he got inside people and affected their minds.
Oh yeah.
You had Android 17 fused with Android 17, which is a bit hard to get your head around. It had those dragons. Remember the dragon, like the Dragon Balls, but the dragons came out with the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Those were the final winners. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it from Dragon Ball GT. Would you give it?
F.
F? F? Why? Why F?
Nothing appeals to me, nothing. Because when you were saying that, I was nearly dozing off. Not because we're filming, not because I've been out all day, not because I'm tired. It's because what's happened in it. I was nearly dozing off. You see my eyes were a bit like, well, you ready? So yeah, I'll give that F because I feel like nothing's happened in it. So yeah.
Well, especially now that Super's out, but my god. Alright, well, I'd give it a D at least, man. I mean, you had Super Saiyan 4, which was really cool at the time. But besides from that, yeah, nothing good. But purely because of Super Saiyan 4, I have to give it a D. Because that was sick at the time.
I was kind of debating D, but no, definitely not.
The current Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball Super.
Oh.
Now we're not now the anime is actually finished in the subbed, but because me and Hannah rewatched the dubs. Oh, and I forgot to explain earlier with Naruto, by the way. I know the anime is non-finished, but the reason why we're not finished is because I've had the DVDs. So DVD wise, I'm up to date, but yeah, we're not finished with it because of that reason. But yeah, Dragon Ball Super. The part we're up to is recently, just after the big fight. He's currently fighting Kale and Khalifa, the two Super Saiyan women in it. That's the part we're up to. So what would you give Super up to this point?
I'll give it an S.
S?
Because
that's your favourite out of all the Dragon Balls.
Because you suddenly, when they hear about this first tournament, I was like, what tournament? And then they say like, there's how many different, was it altogether 8 universes?
12, I think.
Yes, 12.
But the 8 are competing or something because the others are safe.
But there's 12 different universes. I was like, okay, this is new to me. And then when Goku found out like he's got to do a team and he was nearly finished, he only got one space left. He's like, I'm gonna have to use Frieza and.
No, it wasn't because of that. They had everyone set.
Yeah,
but
they
then
did.
Boo
Boo fell asleep
again. And because he went to sleep, they was like, oh well, you know what, lads?
We're gonna have to find another contestant.
We're gonna have to get Frieza.
And
it was all like, what? Are you high?
Yeah. So kind of about this tournament. So I was like, ooh. So,
but yeah, well, why else would you give that as S? Like one of the best animes?
Because it's.
Because that tournament of power, we're only recently up to that part.
I know.
So before then, what, you didn't like it at all? What about the whole Dragon don't shoot, he's black!
Jesus. Yeah, that one I quite enjoyed. That
like
one,
when you saw the evil Goku and Vegito coming back into it again.
Definitely. That kind of started me thinking, wait, is that Goku?
When Beerus, now forget the anime version, I'm going to include the movies in this as well, yeah? So the Beerus movie, when he first came into it, that's one of the really good moments. Frieza, the movie, when he first came back to life, really good moment. So an S for Dragon Ball Super.
For you?
I know, I'm asking for you, is that confirmed?
Yeah, I like that.
For me, I have to give it A.
Okay.
To me, it doesn't live up to the hype as Dragon Ball Z.
Well, we're totally opposite because you got Naruto Shippuden, the movie, on A. I got it on S, and you've got Dragon Ball Super on A. I got it on S, and I've got the one in S. We're totally opposite, I tell you.
And it'd be different if Kai was here. I was actually debating whether we should do this with Kai.
What would Kai say?
But you'd probably agree with me because. The animation, especially at the start, for starters. Now, just based on the anime, forget the movies were sick. They were amazing when they first came out. It was the introduction of Dragon Ball again, and everyone was so gassed. And the character of Beerus is a very good character. So good that KSI made a song about him. with his flexing his god complex.
He thinks he's a god, but he's probably not.
A god like Ares.
A god like Ares.
But so yeah, you had him come into it. You've got Whis as well that came into it. You had the whole Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Ultra Instinct.
Huh?
Ultra Instinct.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. That one I forgot to mention.
Yes.
That one actually made me really like. This is it. And
You know what? Yeah.
You're changing your mind.
I'm gonna.
Too late. Next. Too late.
No,
Next.
hold on.
No, we're not. We're moving on.
No,
We're moving on.
I could be, as a businessman, I could renegotiate with my mind to give that an S.
You want an S? Okay, but I'm not moving it, but I'm putting an S on top of it, yeah?
Yeah, okay. So
it
for
is.
me, because of what you just said, I actually forgot about that as well. Ultra Instinct.
That just came to my mind.
That was sick when we first.
I
saw
thought
it.
he was gonna die, and I'm thinking, oh, wait. And then you hear like,
Even though I knew it was
Like,
coming
yeah.
because I got spoilers about that like years back, because we were watching freaking dubbed. But I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when. And I knew he was going to fight that Nigerian, but I didn't know when. So I know some things that are going to happen, but I just don't know when or how.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, and it was live as well. All over Japan, that was broadcast live as a live episode. And a two-part episode as well. Yeah. We had to watch it in 2 parts, but it was 1 part at the time. But yeah, just that Dragon Ball is Super Saiyan. Instincts, yeah, is S because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have its flaws in terms of story.
Yeah, of course.
Not really much, but the comedy is hilarious. A lot more comedy compared to Super Saiyan. I mean, Dragon Ball Z, that's for sure. There's a lot more comedy, which I like. I love the fact that more comedic now.
Mm-hmm.
That stupid bitch, Rubian, the one that
Rivian.
keeps talking about love. I fucking
I love
I hate her with a passion, and I hope Vegeta knocks her out the freaking battle.
She nearly did.
Huh?
He nearly did.
Yeah, but she's still there, for frick's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Another minus is the fact that Krillin got knocked out so easily. I knew he'd be the first to go. After all the character development beforehand of him going, yeah, I'm going to think my way out. I'm going to do this, I'm
Thing
going to
is,
do that.
he got knocked out before Roshi.
Yeah, and that's another great plus. Roshi had such great moments in that
Yeah, but the
tournament.
thing is, he did something twice that could kill him. He
And
was
he-
so exhausted. And he did it twice. And I was like, I'm going to try one more time. And then Goku's like, no, you're going to ruin yourself. He's like, I don't care. And
Yeah, then Vegeta's like, listen, old man, your time is done. Just
Yeah,
let me take care of the
Yeah.
rest, and you just go jump off that cliff and go join the others. It's like, no, but I can do it, goddamn. Fair play to Roshi, man.
Yeah.
I thought, to be honest, I thought he'd be the first to go. I got that completely wrong.
I thought it would go as well. I know, I thought, who did I think was going to go first?
You thought,
Krillin?
or did you say Tien?
Tien, yeah, I said Tien, didn't
I don't know. It was one of those two anyway. But yeah, Dragon Ball Super has actually had a lot of really good moments, especially coming up to the part we're up to.
I? Mm-hmm.
But oh yeah. So before I speak about the next one, Dragon Ball Abridged, which we mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those of you that don't know, it's basically Dragon Ball Z, but abridged. Now, what abridged means, I actually don't know the actual definition, but it's basically the comedy version. People might make a joke or two that wasn't really in the show. They do voiceovers of
Yep.
the characters.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do any. The only editing they do is, of course, with the mouthpieces and
Yeah.
maybe a few visual effects, but they don't own the show.
No,
It's
they
just
don't.
fans pretty much taking a piss, really.
Yeah, I know. I love it so much, and I didn't know what it was until you showed me one episode. I was like, yeah, keep on watching the next one, the next one, the next one. I was
Yeah.
like, I could do this all night, but obviously no, I was too tired.
Yeah. So what would you give it?
I'll give it an S.
An S.
Oh,
S
yeah.
class, straight up.
Straight
yeah.
up, yeah.
Just because of the comedy.
Oh yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, before I give my opinion, there was a Naruto one. There was several actually, but they just never really kicked off the way Dragon Ball Z Abridged has. as far as I know, actually, it's the only abridged show that from back in the day is still going. Because abridged shows were really popular a while ago. But yeah, same for me. As for all the reasons you said, it's just hilarious. Especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan. If you're not, then you'd probably be giving it maybe a B because of the comedy at least. But yeah, for me it's S. It's all going on. Final Dragon Ball related one. The Broly movie. The latest movie out of all the Dragon Ball movies.
We watched that in cinema, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give that an A, I think.
And it's the first, or is it? No, it's one of, I think it's the top 3 anime movies of all time. Like in terms of profit made, trending, all this sort of stuff. Top 3 worldwide. That's mad. That's groundbreaking for anime. It's really helped to get anime out there. For that reason, I'm giving it an S. Because it's really helped anime not look so bad. Because if you, like me, I'm 20, what am I, 24?
Well, I'm 22, so
yeah. I'm 24. Now, I'm a 24-year-old and I like anime. And people might look at me like, what? You like cartoons? But it's more than
it's
that.
not cartoons, it's like...
We'll get into that later.
It's
That's
like-
actually one of the things we're going to discuss later on. But what about you?
I'll give that an A because I just try to think back what happened in the Broly movie. I
You got
liked
to
how
see Vegeta go Super Saiyan God with the red hair. You never saw that in the anime.
And it kind of shows the backstory of how he first came Broly. I mean, he's probably the strongest Saiyan of all.
Yeah,
He was,
especially from Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, and it showed how he first came into the picture, and
it's way better from when he was on Dragon Ball Z movies.
yeah, way better. Yeah, definitely.
He was
I mean,
such a crap character, but
he's
they
one-
really developed him.
He's one of the, I say most,
Bipolar Saiyans.
not most. I'd say anime character you would never want to mess with.
Basically,
Never.
the anime version of the Hulk, isn't it?
Yeah, anime version of the Hulk. Sorry, but he doesn't
Essentially.
turn green. He turns what colour does he turn?
He just gets really set. He just gets mad,
He just
basically.
gets mad. Yeah.
But and you had as well the fusion of Gogeta with the
Yeah.
blue as well. You had the moment where they had to keep messing up their fusions, like the skinny, the fat, and then they got it right.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I like that.
And then just before
Definitely.
they escaped, I was like, Frieza, you handled him for like 10 minutes, please. He's like, what? Remember?
Oh god, yeah.
That was hilarious when he just kept getting beaten the crap out of. Even that movie has its funny moments. That's what I like about Dragon Ball. It's really gotten funnier since Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was very serious, but it had its moments. And another anime movie, which is anime, but it's not at the same time. It's got a real life cast, but I'm classing this as anime regardless. And it's one as well that's done very well in the records. Not as well as Broly, but it's pretty much up there. Like they say, it's going to be top 20, which is quite good for a new movie. Detective Pikachu. What would you give that?
I think I'll give that a.
Now,
Really hard for me.
I don't know about you, but did you ever watch Pokemon, like the show? No, so you don't know much like I do, but you know about Pokemon because you've played the DS games, some of them. You've played Pokemon Go, so you're kind of a Pokemon fan. You knew some of the characters.
Yeah, because obviously you teached me of who's who, and then straight away you don't have to remind me.
Well, as Paolo said, I'm not a football fan, I'm a Pokemon fan.
Exactly.
Because
I'm
I used
more
to,
like a
I know so
Pokemon
much
fan.
about the whole franchise. But what would you give it?
I think I could give it a.
Quite strong. How
I
come?
think, well, because I'll get to know more like some of the. Sorry, what are you doing that for? Because I get to know some of the different. Like, I see similar Pokemons, then I see different ones. Like oh, I know Psyduck or Aipom, or obviously the main Pikachu, or
Eevee,
yeah, Eevee's my
your favourite one.
I think Eevee would be my personal sidekick.
No.
With the rare Eevee I caught on Pokemon Go with the flower in her head, that's mine. Right, that is mine only. I don't care. I still got it on my list. Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't play Pokemon Go no more.
I don't care. I still play anyway. So yeah, I mean, because obviously the main story of that is to find how this guy's father died.
Yeah.
And they thought it was that psychic one. Oh, what was he called?
Mewtwo.
He didn't. Everyone thought that he killed him, but he didn't. He was trying to save him.
And he put his mind into the actual Pikachu, but
yeah,
Pikachu doesn't
that's
know
what
it.
I like. Yeah, exactly. That's what I like about it. So
For me, I give it. What did you give it?
A.
I'd probably give it a. Do we have a C?
We have a C. Yeah.
I'll give it. Have I put anything as a C yet?
Naruto.
Yeah, I'll put it as a C. You know, because.
No, we're not
Anyway.
getting ice cream.
Yeah, a C because it didn't do. Listen, it was nowhere near as bad as freaking. Do you remember Dragon Ball Evolution? Yeah, one of the worst anime live
I
action
think
movies.
anime fans kind of thought, oh no, it's
In
going to
fact,
be alright.
I'm going to quickly
Yeah.
give that a rating F. Dragon Ball Evolution is an F. But that's not on the list. But if it was, that'd be a straight up F.
Yeah.
And I don't even need to explain why. Anyone here who's an anime fan knows why. But yeah, I give that Detective Pikachu a C because for me it done justice to Pokemon. It didn't do anything wrong, but it didn't make me go, wow, that movie was sick. But it was an enjoyable watch. Story was simple and didn't really take much to get into. So I just give it a C. Nothing. It's in the middle, isn't it? So yeah. And an interesting movie. It's not an anime. It's just a solo movie. Your Name.
Your Name.
And this at the time when it came out was breaking records as well. And as well, it's very similar to the Naruto movie that you like so much. It's a love story between two people that are like centuries apart that keep swapping bodies and they don't know why. So what would you give that one?
It's really hard because I want to give it the best of the best.
What, S?
I didn't know what Your Name was about because I keep seeing posters
Everywhere.
in London. I saw one in London. I don't know. I did tell you. I was like, oh, Your Name. I was looking at it like, do I really want to watch it? And then when I did, felt like I was proper hooked.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say an A rank.
I would agree for all the reasons you said as well. Quick and simple. It's not the best of the best anime movie out there. To be honest, if it was on here, have you heard of Spirited Away?
Yeah, I had a Spirited Away. Yeah.
That movie was one of the most beautiful animated movies for a very long time. And I would put that one as an S if it was on here, but I don't want to get into it because you don't know much
So
about
what
it.
you're rating Your Name?
Same as you,
Yeah.
And getting on to more controversial topics, well, animes, I should say, because you don't know these as well as I do. Fairy Tail. Now, with what you've watched, what would you give Fairy Tail? Now, I'll explain what do you think Fairy Tail is, first of all? Because you don't really watch it as much as I do. What do you think Fairy Tail is?
I have no idea.
It's basically... Okay, you know you've got Naruto. It's basically Naruto, but with magic. And a lot more comedy moments. And it's very comedic in the sense of no one really dies. Like, there's no heartfelt loss, there's no character well, there is character developments, but not too much like Naruto. It's just, if you're looking to just switch off your brain and have a good laugh and enjoy yourself, Fairy Tail's the one to watch. Me, I would give Fairy Tail, I'd give it an A, simply for what it is. It doesn't do anything too wrong. But what would you give it, and what you've watched?
I'll give it a D.
Why? Why do you hate it so
It's
much?
useless to me. I mean, it's useless to me. I can't follow it. I see it as a.
Joke.
It is a joke, unless it's not for kids because of the. Yes, if you know what I mean. When I go.
It has its moments.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what I see. Frankly, anime. Some specific anime now is porn. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, kids read this. They're not gonna learn the bees and the birds, are they?
That's manga. Anime is anime. Manga is the comic before the.
I don't care. I see it as.
Yeah,
I
but
see
we're gonna
it as that.
talk right.
No, I
Because
don't care.
manga is manga, anime is anime.
So
They're
I'll give that a
different.
D.
And one that is not so, in your words, pornographic. One Piece.
Oh, actually. Oh.
I'm going to start off. For those of you that somehow don't know, as I said earlier, this was one of the big three anime at the time. And it's basically about this. I think it wasn't really a kid, it was a teenager when this first started. About a young man, let's say, whose dream is to be. It's in the pirate era. This show, which I love pirates. One of my favourite eras is the pirate era and the cowboy era. Which, thinking about it now, there's no cowboy anime.
There's
If there
no
were,
cowboy. Yeah, you could. You know what?
I'd be all over it if there was.
I think if there's no such thing as cowboy anime, someone should write to the HQ, whoever does
Yeah.
anime, saying you've done
Pirates,
you've
ninjas with Naruto,
you've done ninjas, you've done
magicians with Fairy
magicians,
Tail,
your fairy tale. You haven't done cowboy, so like,
you've done
got a
aliens
point.
with Dragon
And
Ball.
then they start, and they'll be like, right, as you thought the idea, we're going to pay you a bit. You know, you can actually get some money because of that.
Yeah.
You can. I'm being serious, Chris. Write to their HQ. Said there's been this so many animes, but you haven't done a cowboy.
There might
like,
be a cowboy anime, but it's just not popping for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
I just think yeah.
But yeah, One Piece is a pirate era based anime with a character that dreams to be the Pirate King, basically the Blackbeard of pirates. And there's actually a character in that called Blackbeard.
And there's a real pirate called Blackbeard.
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
All,
like.
most pirates in that
Yeah.
show, yeah, are based on real pirates, which I love. It's sort of like Assassin's Creed. They've done the research, but obviously Luffy is a made-up character, but he's the main character. He wants to be the Pirate King, so the story is not really too complex, which I love. It's just purely character development, and it's one of the rare anime when there's filler. You know what filler is, isn't it?
Like off story.
Yeah, off story. But when there's filler, it doesn't really feel like filler because the whole anime is just basically him on a journey to get to the end of the journey for him to.
And he's got a crew.
Yeah, crew.
But they have all special powers.
Not
and
all of them.
Not all of them have special powers, but some of them do,
Yeah.
including him. And he said they eat something.
I haven't watched it for ages though.
I know what it
the
is.
devil fruits.
The devil fruits, yeah. They eat a specific devil fruit, like you turn into rubber. Like, if I do that, my hand will reach.
Yeah, stretch.
My hand will reach that over there and come back. I'm like, yeah, I definitely have
He
that.
ate the gum fruit. He was a gummy stretchy man.
Gummy strips, yeah.
So yeah, that as well. That's something they have in there. He has a crew, like you said. But
That's
like
why I would rate that as a B. I'll rate it as a B.
A B.
Yeah. I think.
Fair enough, and you don't watch it too much either.
Yeah, but there's too much. He's always shouting.
Not like Dragon Ball.
Not
come
like
on.
shouting, but he's always.
Not like Dragon Ball Z. Come on. Dragon Ball. You want to moan about shouting? What did you give Dragon Ball Z?
I gave it a.
There you go then. So and that had more shouting than One Piece.
I don't care, but the thing is, I feel like that anime doesn't need any shouting at all.
Your favourite character.
No, he's not my favourite character. F off. He's not.
But yeah, even like I was saying, the filler doesn't feel like filler because it's
No.
all just. The story isn't a set story. It's just him on a journey. Once he's finished his end of the journey, he's got the treasure. That treasure makes you the king of all pirates. So it could take him however long, but once he gets there, he gets there. So the filler isn't really filler. That's why I love One Piece. Unlike well, it's not the next one, but when we get to it, Bleach. oh my god, you're halfway through the story and then there's a filler story within the story. That's one of the worst. Naruto has filler, but
it's separate.
Yeah, so let's say after he defeated Pain, yeah, you had the filler of just him recovering, getting to know a few people here and there.
Yep.
And then it got back to Sasuke, and Sasuke done his thing. Like, that's cool, that's calm. But I don't like it when there's filler in the middle of something, you know what I mean? That really annoys me. But One Piece, I get... For me personally, I'm going to give it... What did you give it?
B.
I give it an A. Now the reason, and this is a very biased, dubbed English reason, if it was, because I haven't watched it in probably a year now, because for them upload, okay, I'm going to say it straight, I watch One Piece online, yeah? I don't buy it, I don't buy the DVDs, I don't pay to watch it on Crunchyroll, any paid subscription. And it's a good job I don't, because they take at least a year upon year to upload, which is so annoying, because they're not consistent. They upload like, I don't know, no more than 40 plus episodes at once a year, which is really annoying. For that reason, because they're so far behind with the Japanese version, I'm giving it an A. But that's not to discredit One Piece. It's a really good anime. I actually really like it. So yeah, A for me. And something else anime have done is Swordsman, Sword Art Online, an online artificial based anime, which is probably one of the first of its kind. Would you give Sword Art Online? Or you want to talk about it first before you rate it?
I'll be happy to rate it now. I think... I think I'll give it an A because it shows that how long that season's been out for, they practically made VR already, but it's more than VR. It's like you put on your helmet, you're in a different world, immersed. And you're exactly. So they have completely mastered of what could happen in the next, say, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Just in season 1. How many years was that made?
The anime? When was it?
The first anime, aired? The year, first aired.
I don't know, to be honest with you. Let me look it up. When did Sword Art Online first air?
The first episode of Sword Art Online was on the 7th of July 2012.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically this time, quite a few years ago.
So yeah.
So what did you give it?
An A.
An A. Okay. You know what?
I like VR, but the way how they done it, when he first played one of the games, he couldn't log out, and that's what made me quite scared. Like, imagine
if you die in a game.
If you die in a game, you die in real life.
Yeah. Because
you're that actual person.
And the pain that you feel, you actually feel it because the game is putting those pain reflexes into your brain.
Yeah.
Which is, but the only thing, that annoys me, especially with season 1. Remember when it ended and he defeated the final boss, which was the creator?
Yeah.
But he died as well, and the girl died as well.
Yeah, but
it was never really explained.
Explainable, yeah.
Like, because if you die, you're supposed to be dead, but because maybe he defeated him just a second before the whole thing was released, but to me, it's just very. That's the one loophole.
That's what confusing me, really.
What can I say? You have different mind, but for me, I'd probably give it. And you like love story as well, isn't it? Between the two of them. We're currently on season 2 when he's trying to get the girl back again. But me, I'd probably give it a B. Nice anime, but it has its few flaws. But not many, but it has a few. I don't think I'd put many as a B anyway. Now, Bleach. Now you haven't watched Bleach
at all, so I'll give that an F.
Because you haven't watched it, which is fair enough. But I remember when we were speaking a few podcasts ago, and I told you the story about the whole life and death thing, and that's what I believe that actually is how it is. For that I really like Bleach. For that reason, the anime itself, good anime. The story, it's okay, not the best, not the worst. And I am going to give it my first F. Now the reason I'm giving this anime an F, as I said earlier, the filler within the story was ridiculous. The pauses within the story were ridiculous.
Probably that's why it's never carry on. It's completely cancelled.
And that as well. The fact that it's been cancelled, that it never really finished, because the manga weren't cancelled. They were still writing the manga. Yeah. So the fact that I never got to see the manga, more of the manga in the anime, really annoyed me. So I liked Bleach. I liked it quite a bit, but I'm giving it an F because it really annoyed me by the end of it. So moving on. This is a two-parter one. Death Note, the anime. Now, I'll say the movie first. The movie, Death Note. First of all...
You go first, actually.
Alright, but what did I put your name?
Your name, you put it... A.
I'm going to do it the same because it's not better than your name, but it's nowhere. I don't think it's an S class. And the reason I'm putting it as an A, because for me personally, because I watched the anime not too long before that it came out, that movie, because I didn't watch it when it came out. The anime came out long time ago. I only recently watched it.
This is the movie one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And the movie really done the anime justice, unlike Dragon Ball Evolution, the worst freaking real life anime of all time. Yeah, it really done things different, but not too different for you to be like, oh, what the hell? Why is this?
Yeah.
Like the only thing I criticised was the main L, the bad guy / good guy, was black, but in the anime he's bare white. He's pale. He's as white as these walls, but he's black in the movie.
Wait, or is it in the movie he's white? No, he's not white, is he?
In the movie, in the anime, he's white as these walls, and in the movie, he's black. Like, what the hell?
Why not?
Well, yeah, exactly, why not? But, and as well, I love that anime / movie because of the concept it has with the life and death thing. But yeah, I'm giving it an A. Would you give it?
I'll stick with yours. I like A, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just love. I think I prefer the movie over the anime because
I know you did. That's why
it
I said
doesn't
the anime
stretch.
first.
It doesn't drag on with a movie. You get on with it like an hour and a half later, for example. And I liked how as you put, demon first comes.
Ryuj.
Yeah, right.
What's his name? William Dafoe is the one that plays him.
Yeah, but I think William Dafoe did a good
He
job.
done a very good job.
And I'm thinking, when he first confronted him, obviously the guy was a bit like, he really got a bit scared, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, don't come, I'm alright, but if I'm going to give you this book, but use it wisely. And he kind of act confused. And then when the demon explained what the book does, he's like, okay, I'll experiment. So he would, for example, after, like, long story short, he basically put a guy's name in that notebook. Oh my god, paper's gonna fly away.
Yeah, listen.
He put a guy's name in that book who he kind of is really like not evil, but thank you so much. I want to know.
Who he thinks is a bad guy.
He thinks he's the bad guy, but end up bullying his friend or something. And he's like, alright, I'll open my book, write it down, and then obviously he's got to write his name, how he died, and when. So he put his name, decapitated or something.
But if he doesn't put how they die, they automatically die of a heart attack.
So he was kind of freaking out, like his head just stopped off, and I just put his name in the book, and he's like, I've actually got. I could see his face expressions like, I've got an idea. I'll keep the book. Like I'll take it home.
Yeah.
And then he got carried away of like helping like people like with robberies or something like.
But you know why I like the anime more? Because with the anime you had the constant battle with him and that other guy, and it really made you question. This is the first anime and only anime I've ever watched. Yeah, when you say to yourself, is the main character actually good or bad? Because think, is he good that he's killing all these people?
Well, the bad people, yeah.
That he thinks is bad, yeah. No one should have that ability just to be like, right, this guy's a dickhead, he has to die.
Not this guy's
and the other guy that's trying to stop him is basically a good guy trying to stop him because he's being like, yo, you can't just keep doing this. Like, there's a right way to do things. There's court, there's laws, there's justice systems in place for these sorts of things. And that's why in the anime you had that constant battle between the two of them, both of them trying to psych each other out because none of them knew who they were, and it was a not telepathic, how I say, but mental battle between the two of them, which I really loved. And I give it an S. The anime I give an S.
The anime you give an S?
I'm giving the anime an S.
Okay.
Because you get so much more character development than in a 1 hour and a half movie. That's why.
The one I was talking about was the movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But why, with the anime...
Let's talk about the anime for you
I
now.
haven't actually rated the anime yet.
Yeah, go on now. What would you give the anime?
I think I rate it a... What's C again?
C is like basically in the middle. It's not great, but it's not crap.
I'll give it a C because I think it's fair. I mean, it's...
Fair enough. You didn't watch it, whatever. You barely
No, I barely watched it, but I'll just give it a C because it's fair. I mean, it's obviously how they dragged it on. It's similar to the movie, but they just made it longer instead of shorter.
That's why I love it, because you get so much more character development. That's why. Quickly go through the rest of these. Astro Boy, the movie.
I haven't even watched it, I think.
You did? You watched it with me?
Did I?
Yeah, you watched it with me. We've watched it.
I can't remember.
Well, me, I'm giving it a C. And I'm just going to leave it there. It's nowhere near as good as the other anime movies we've said.
I can't remember Astro. What happens in Astro Boy?
Hard to explain, basically.
I can't remember it.
I'm going to skip past those two because...
I need to rate Astro Boy.
Huh?
I need to rate Astro Boy.
You don't? No.
Okay, I'll give it an F then.
Yeah, give it an F because you rated something else an F because you never knew it well.
Yeah, Bleach.
Yeah, there you go.
Dragon Ball GT.
What did I rate GT?
Sorry. Where the fuck are you? Wait. Can't find it. Oh, D.
Oh, fair enough. Right. Digimon. What? Are you going to do that an F because you barely know it?
Yeah, I barely know it.
I'm going to give Digimon I'm going to give it a C because I really liked it when I was a kid. It's one of those anime that's not really like an adult anime, it's more for kids, that sort of anime. But I really liked it when I was a kid. And Pokemon, what would you give that?
I haven't watched it as well, but
So
I heard it's okay.
Yeah, but that's sort of based on your opinion.
But
so
I played the game, I do this, I do that.
Okay, based on the gaming franchise.
And I know most of the Pokemons anyway, so I'll give that a fucking C. What?
The game, okay, forget the anime. For you especially, the gaming franchise then, what would you give it?
I'll give it an A. Because
You really
for me,
like the games?
because I really like the games. You literally have to go outside and catch your Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what Pokemon Go.
Yes, I know.
That's the only one that you do that. And what I really hate about Pokemon is the fact that they are basically a copycat of Digimon, which really annoys me.
So what would you rate Pokemon then?
Probably rated an F, you know.
Really, Pokemon?
Because it's such a kid anime, and the character, by the way, the main character, I don't know how old, I think he's 10. He's been 10 years old, longer than I've been 10 years old for crying out loud. He's been 10 years old for like 10 plus years. The main character, and in every new show, he looks younger. Such BS. And these two Digimon, Digimon. Remember the recent one I was watching? Because they're all older now, they're all adults. I love that. But Pokemon, he's still 10. And it keeps going on, it's never going to end. I really hate it. I'm giving it an F. Gaming franchise, I probably agree, I give it an A.
With the
games, yeah.
With the games I won't give it an F, I'll give it a C.
Oh, okay.
I
love the games, so I'll probably give it an A. So, with this tier list now in mind, yeah? What's your favourite out of what? So, you obviously only looking at your S class list.
Yeah.
Out of your S class list, which one's your favourite?
No, that's horrible. I don't have a favourite.
So, who's in your S class list?
Naruto Shippuden, the movie.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Abridged.
Just those three?
Yeah, so...
Is that all you have as S class?
Yeah, what do you have? Oh, you have Naruto Shippuden,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Abridged, Broly movie, Death Note anime.
Okay, I have quite a few. So, since you have less than me, you go first. So, out of those, which is your favourite anime?
The Dragon Ball Abridged.
Abridged, really?
Yeah, because it's funny. I mean, I'd be happy to watch the original of Dragon Ball, for example, Super. But then, if I'm having an absolute BS day, I'll go to the Abridged, and that would cheer me up straight. Because thanks to them, I think if I watched the normal anime, if I'm feeling really BS one day,
fair enough.
I wouldn't get through the day or the whole night. I would have to watch the Abridged. That would cheer me up a lot.
With mine, with relation to what you said, with cheering you up and stuff, and it's helped me a lot with what I was dealing with in the past, Naruto Shippuden. Well, you knew I'd say that, didn't you?
Yes, Naruto Shippuden. Yeah, I was looking right at it.
No. And I'm going to ask you, what's your favourite type of anime? So out of all the animes that we have there, now type as in, do you like romantic anime? Do you like anime with a lot of story? Do you like hardcore anime with a lot of fighting? What's your favourite type of anime?
Romantic.
Really?
Yes.
So in that sense, why isn't Sword Art Online your favourite anime?
Well, because I can't put Sword Art Online on S because it's not the greatest of the greatest. It's an A. That's why.
Well, Dragon Ball Abridged is hardly romantic.
I know.
I thought you would have said your favourite would have been a comedic anime. Like the likes of Fairy Tail. That's a very comedic anime.
No, not
and
with
One
those
Piece
massive.
has its moments.
Yeah.
My favourite type of anime is one with a lot of story developments.
Yeah.
A lot of meaning. A lot of hidden messages as well.
Oh god.
And a lot of character development. Not really so much fighting, but I do like a good fight in anime. So yeah, for me that'd be mine. And what do you like about anime in the sense of a franchise?
With the anyone or
just as a whole, about anime as a whole, what do you like about it?
It's full of some of it's fantasy, I'd say. Do you know what I mean?
Some of them,
some
of them are realistic.
Made up. You know what I mean? Like with what you said, fairy tale.
Okay, yeah, that's
like nothing would happen like that in the real world, right?
Yeah.
But with, for example, Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
that could happen one day. I mean, when it comes to wars, I mean, wars are still going on in other countries.
Yeah.
But a war like that has never happened in like the UK, in London. If a war had to happen, it would be right in the city. We would have to like completely like, we would not got told to do not leave your houses, or do not attempt to contact your loved ones. I'm thinking, well, obviously if it's end of the world, I want to contact my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then obviously, let's say actually the next morning, it's not end of the world. I'm thinking, oh, I just wasted that call.
Oh.
But it could. You never know. It could happen one day.
With me, what I like about it is it's something that you can just relax. It's not like a drama where you do have dramatic.
Some
animes.
dramas, yeah, like Dragon Ball.
Well, specifically probably Dragon Ball Z, I would say, out of all of them. But I like just to sit down and just relax, in the sense like when I'm watching it, I don't think about any dramas I have. I don't think about. It's just something that I can just sit down and it's my time to just sit down, watch this, relax for like however long I watch anime for. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that just. It's like when people play games. That's why they play games, just to distract themselves from the reality that they're dealing with, basically. And do you think it's just... Now this is something very controversial. Is it just for kids, anime / teens? So from the age of 6, shall I say, until 16? No? Why not?
It's not just for them because... Oh, I've lost a bit. Because...
And don't just say fairy tale.
No, because... No. I don't think it's generally just for kids and teens. Because remember I went to see that Broly movie? There was a guy in his 40s went there, and I swear to God, he went on his own.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wow, how do you know about this? Well, because it's big, blah, blah,
And my
blah.
friend Kai, his uncle watches anime, and he must be like about that same guy's age, in his 40s.
And I'm thinking, wow.
And some people that I watch on YouTube that review anime shows and stuff, they're in their 30s to 40s, because Dragon Ball, when it came out, as we just saw, 1986? So the people that watched it that are still alive are going to be well into their past their 40s, isn't it?
Yeah, I think...
My dad was around that time
more
period.
Like 30s, yeah.
So they'll be well into their 40s. So with anime, it's not just for kids, but there's so many people that, let's say I'm out with a friend, and I'm out with a friend, but I've just come home from work, it's 7 PM, I just want to sit down, relax, watch an anime, and my friend calls me, says, yo, do you want to come out and have a pint? But I'm tired, I just want to just chill at home and just relax, yeah? And I say to this friend, this isn't what happened by the way, this is all scenario, and I say to the friend, I would, but I'm so tired, I had a really long shift, I was in from 7 to 7, sort of, as an example, yeah? You've had a really long shift, and I'm just going to sit down and watch Dragon Ball. And the guy's like, what? The hell's that? I'm like, anime. It's like, oh, what? The cartoon? Nah, man. That's for kids. Anime is not for kids, as we just said.
No, it's...
You get so many people well into their 40s watching anime, but those people that watch it are just criticised, be like, oh, you're such a saddo, you watch anime. Now, the real saddos are the ones that have freaking posters all over this wall that have every single
anime
manga script going, every single toy collection, every single DVD. Now, listen, those are the real saddos.
And nerds.
And nerds, for sure.
I mean, we may have posters in our walls, but we're not nerds. I mean,
No.
they're different, all sorts of posters, aren't
Yeah, but, yeah, that is it to the extreme. I'm the sort of person that... Listen, the only anime I buy is Naruto because I respect it so much for what it's done. That's the only... I'm Family Guy, but that's not an anime. That's the only DVD that I should probably be saying this, but it's the only DVDs that I buy. Everything else I acquire from different methods of acquiring sources of entertainment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's not for kids, man. I don't think it's for kids. to be honest with
It's
you. I
only
think
that rotating because
certain.
I'm sweating here, man.
Is it not rotating?
No, it's not rotating. I'm baking, and it's
Alright, hold on.
23
is
degrees.
Is it on you now?
yes.
There you go. I think those certain.
Just,
Uh-huh.
I feel like here.
Oh.
Just
Yeah?
rotate. No,
Yeah?
no,
Yeah?
bit more that way.
Yeah? Okay, fuck it up. But, to counteract that, I do think certain animes are for kids. The likes of Pokemon and Digimon, for instance, especially freaking Pokemon.
Yeah.
You do get certain animes that are aimed for kids, but then you get ones like Naruto and all the ones we said that. None of these that we've said, by the way, apart from maybe Astro Boy and Pokemon and Digimon, none of them are really kid-based, especially Fairy Tail. And Your Name as well, because that's quite complex.
Yeah.
And Death Note. Death Note is not for kids. That's
I
an
could tell that. Yeah.
adult anime
Yeah.
movie for sure. That's so complex. And moving on to my favourite part of the show. Well, it used to be, but now it's just dead because the football season's dead. What's the transfer?
What's the transfer? Woo.
Yeah, don't get happy.
Oh yeah, definitely don't get happy. Oh my god.
From an Arsenal point of view, we have fuck all transfers to talk about. So all I can really do is just do what Robbie does. Hi, we've been linked with this player, we've been linked with that player. The first transfer that is really looking like it's going to get done is Kieran Tierney. For those of you that don't know, he's a left back, a Scottish left back for Celtic. And this signing gets me excited because I really want an Irish or Scottish person to come to Arsenal. For me personally, because I'm Irish, I really want that sort of person to come, and he's really good left back. So Arsenal have bidded twice. Pathetic low offers of like 17 and 18 or whatever, and they won at least 25 for this guy. And they're like, nah man, you're taking the piss. You're Arsenal Football Club and you're only giving us 17 million for this guy when he's worth 25. So they've tried twice and it's failed, but now they've tried a third time with 20 million plus 5 million of add-ons with agency fees and all that stuff. So I don't know if that's been rejected yet, but apparently it's very close to be getting done. That's one signing for Arsenal that could be happening soon. Yeah, there's not really much. I'm gonna try and look, but Chiesa apparently to come. Oh, Zaha, yes, of course. How can I forget? Right now, Zaha really wants to come to Arsenal, but freaking now Crystal Palace want 100 million for Wilfried Zaha. Are you high? That's too much for an average. You know his stats are about the same as Iwobi's. Exactly, his stats are maybe a bit better than Iwobi, but
utter ridiculous.
But you've got someone in what's his name? Ziyech from Ajax. 25 million release clause. You could buy him, and they can't do nothing because he has a release clause for 25 million. It's a quarter of what Zaha is apparently worth. And last Arsenal transfer that I'm going to talk about. Mustafi has finally been linked with a club away from Arsenal with Fenerbahce. For those of you that don't know, I think they're a Turkish club.
Fenerbahce, well, it sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're Turkish. They want him. I haven't heard about the price yet, but you know what? They can have him for £5. I don't give a crap. Just get him out of my club, please.
How much would you think he's worth?
Right now,
right now.
realistically, probably 15 million.
15 million.
We paid 35 for this guy.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah,
That means we're making a loss.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
disgusting.
Well, that's Arsenal transfers for you. And I'm going to get on to some confirmed global transfers. Wan-Bissaka has gone to Man United for, I think it was 50 mil for 5 years. Very good business from them. And they're in the same situation as us, by the way, but they're still making signings. So you can't say nothing more than that. And to be honest, as an Arsenal fan, I only really look at the Arsenal transfer, so there's not really much to talk about, really.
No.
So,
Except from the kit launch is soon.
Yes, in fact,
The kit
it's
launch.
on tomorrow, but well, this won't be out today for sure.
Yeah.
But by the time you've watched this, you would have already seen the kit launch,
Yeah.
and the kits do look nice. But I ain't buying nothing until I see an improvement from my club. Simple
I
as.
think I'll give it about. Well, the new football season starts in August, doesn't it?
So I give it to
August,
about winter time.
August, September, October, November. I'll give it November, December time.
Yeah, winter time.
Yeah.
And for next podcast, depending on when it might be, I'm going to try and get a podcast with Pano again, because we are going to do a special segment called Football Business. Now,
Ooh.
what that's going to be is we're going to try and get this set up again, actually, because it'd be so handy. We could have maybe myself and Pano here, Hannah or me there, and one of us on here. It'd be really handy if we got this set up again, because it's going to be essentially myself, Pano, and maybe Hannah can take part, but she don't really know football like we do, innit? So, Pano, no, me, I'm going to be representing Stan Kroenke, the owner of Arsenal Football Club, and Pano is going to represent Unai Emery, the manager of Arsenal, yeah? And we're going to do a role-playing exercise here, just to see how hard Unai Emery, the job he has, yeah? So, nothing's going to change. Let's say after Wenger left, it was Pano, and Pano done everything that Unai Emery has done, yeah? But the only difference is, after he had the season he had, he's going to have a meeting with me, Stan Kroenke, and we're going to go through everything that's happened as a business side of things. Hence, that's why it's called Football Business. It sounds interesting, huh? Definitely a reason to watch us next time. I'm going to try and get him to come. So, moving on. What's happening?
What's happening?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Anything happening in the world besides hay fever season?
Apart from hay fever. Yeah, actually, when I said Vaseline's meant to help. So,
Whatever.
anyway, I don't want to talk about that Brexit crap anyway. As you know, Glastonbury happened at the weekend.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and
any incidents?
well, one come up third on trending. You know Kylie Minogue.
The singer, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was she
She
there
made,
performing?
yeah, she was, but she made a emotional done an emotional performance on stage because she was had a cancer diagnosis 14 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look into that.
But that was
so
years ago. Why
that
is
was
she
14
getting
years
so
ago.
upset now?
Well, obviously bring back memories. It's gonna be a bit like haunting on her. So Kylie Minogue became very emotional as she remembered having to pull out Glastonbury before in 2005 due to her cancer diagnosis that time. But then 14 years later, she's on the stage with not her able to cancel. So that's quite a big gap she would have to fill. So that was that came up third. So Kylie teared up. Remember watching Glastonbury from back in 2005, and then she was on the stage with Chris Martin. If you know Chris, you don't know
I've
Chris.
heard of him. Yeah.
He's the lead singer of Coldplay.
Ah.
So I
Okay.
thought,
Yeah, that's
love
why.
Coldplay. So, and then she was singing with him. Can't get you out of my head. That one. Can't get you out of my head.
I think I know it.
Yeah, and then she sang with I don't know, some opera singer I'm not gonna mention. What else? Well, that's what's third on trending. Let's get out of this. What else? Oh, Trump has. Well, this is not on the update, but I know Trump has unfortunately landed back in. Was
The
it?
UK.
No, he's gone back
The
to
moon?
North. Yes, he's gone to the moon. He's gone back to North Korea to meet with Kim Jong Un.
His bestie.
His bestie. So they'll be doing
all sorts of nasties together.
Can you shut up, please? I'm trying to.
Oh
you know,
my
we could
God,
all die
yes.
because of that one guy who pressed one button, then we're fucking gone. You know what I mean? So he's obviously the point. That's why Trump has gone over there to distract him from pressing that bloody button. I tell you.
Just to caress his cheek, give him a nice pat on the bum, tell him that his life means something, tell him that he's special.
Oh, and this one thing I'm not sure to talk about because it'll make you really angry.
What?
You know the Prince Harry and his wife, yeah.
Yeah, they're reinvesting their house with taxpayers' money.
How do you even know this?
Because that house that they bought, one of my customers in my job that I work at was his house. They brought his house, and he showed me pictures of all the documents he had. This is an exclusive. He hasn't told anyone this.
Whoa,
and
he's
I'm
kept
not
that
going to release
secret.
his name. He told me that they brought that house off him. So when he came to me and
that means
he asked
he's
me,
he's got money then.
he has money, and he was like, "Oh, how much is that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's such and such." He's like, "Oh, I've only got this on me, but that's fine. I'm rich anyway." I was like, "What do you mean you're rich?" He's like, "I'm rich, man. Look at this." And I was like, "Oh, what? The royals brought your house?" He's like, "Yeah, they brought my house, and they're redoing my house. I'm getting all the money for it."
Thing is, he still needs to work, doesn't he? He's still.
No, he says he's quit his job. He says he's going on a worldwide cruise with the money that the royals gave him. He's living the high life on the high seas with basically taxpayers' money
and you
as
won't
well.
tell me his name in case I blab on social media. I won't blab.
I'm not telling you his name.
I won't blab. You know that.
I don't care. I'm not telling you the guy's name.
You can whisper.
I'm not telling you the guy's name.
Why?
Because I forgot it.
You forgot it. Oh my god.
I actually forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, England finally beat India in cricket.
More importantly, it's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming.
The Women's World Cup.
Are doing
I
very
prefer the
well.
women's, yeah,
The
because
women
they
are-
know how to play football, not the other pussies that are out there.
The England Lionesses are, I think, in the semis, if I'm not wrong.
Semis, I think, yeah.
And while we're on this subject, it's going to be the last what's happening subject. What was it? They beat Norway that game.
They
That
didn't
game
yeah.
was televised for free in every Granny King pub in London. And do you know how I know that?
How?
On Arsenal Fan TV, not Robbie, but that other girl that sometimes does the interviews. She was interviewing one of the former England captains, obviously women captain. And she was like, "Oh, where are you going to watch it?" She's like, "Oh, I'm going to watch it in," I forget what Granny King pub it was. She's like, "I'm going to watch it here." They're showing it in all the Granny King pubs in London. And I was just like,
Of course
"Oh,
they do,
okay.
always.
I'm going to tell Hannah." I actually forgot to tell you until just now.
Oh.
But yeah. And on to our final topic, anime related again. What makes a good anime or terrible anime? So, pass me my tier list.
Yeah.
So, why would you give... Okay, this is mine. Okay, let's do each other's tier list. Freaking hell. Give me yours. So, why would you give... Obviously, F basically means you don't know the show that well, innit?
Yeah.
Why would you give Fairy Tail a D?
Fairy Tail is
So
D.
for you, why is that a terrible anime?
Because I'm really confused what the story is about, and I can't seem to follow it straight. I mean, it's pointless to me. It's all about and all right, you know what I mean.
So
I don't like that. It's disgusting.
So things with nudity and no story development.
Yeah, that's just
Terrible anime for you.
terrible anime for me. Nothing.
And for an S class, like amazing anime, a great anime. So why would you give Dragon Ball? I'm not including the bridge. Why would you give Dragon Ball Super an S? Like, why is that an amazing anime?
Because
What makes that anime great?
It has a story follow up
From Dragon Ball itself, yes.
itself, yeah.
Not Dragon Ball Super. It barely has
No.
story to it.
No. But thing is, I like how it like just
Started.
flows through. You know, when
Dragon
Black
Ball,
was
Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, and then it just flows through till the part where we're up. You know,
Yeah.
the tournament, and then before the tournament, that's when they were training up really hard. That's what I liked about it.
Fair enough. So you like a lot of story development.
Yeah, story development definitely.
And the story you could follow.
Mhm.
And Dragon Ball is fairly simple as well, to be fair.
Mm.
For me, what makes a terrible anime, again, I agree with you, is something with no story development, something that I can't follow, something that takes me too long to get into. What makes a great anime is basically the complete opposite of what I said, something with great story development, something with comedy as well. It doesn't take itself too seriously. That as well is why I had Dragon Ball Bridged in S rank. Like that to me is what makes a good one is makes you want to watch the next episode, the next episode. What makes you want to keep watching it.
Definitely.
And it's still similar. This is going to be our last little topic. Anime games in general. Now it's not this isn't my fun fact. I just want to talk about this quickly. Anime games, yeah, are they on the PS4 more or on the Xbox One more?
PS4.
Yes.
Because PS4 always make the best games. Like, for example, Last of Us, Nathan Drake, Uncharted, or whatever you call it. They're the games that you use your brain for.
And not just that, what's the one that we played 2-player?
It's called Escape.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
a free
so.
game. That was a free game, wasn't it?
No, I paid. We paid
That
for
one
it.
paid. Oh, okay.
There's that. There's Spider-Man, PS4 exclusive.
Yep.
Naruto is not PS4 exclusive, but the graphics are way better on the PS4.
Uh-huh.
You've got, you don't know it, but there's, I forget the name of it now. Jump Force, a PS4 exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, we need to play that. That comes out October, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Because I'm still wanting to eager play that.
You've got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the next Dragon Ball game coming out, PS4 exclusive. So many great anime games are exclusive to PS4, and not just anime, but in general.
Yeah.
PS4 makes so many better games than Xbox. Xbox is just, if you want to play FIFA and Call of Duty and crap like that, really, and Halo, they even still make it, to be honest with you. And we are going to wrap it up with my fun fact for the podcast. Let me load it up now. And I don't want to give it away, but a certain friend of mine, I'm actually going to ask him when I next
What?
Oh.
What?
It's come up now, freaking hell.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to ask this friend of mine, you're going to know it once I say the fact who I'm talking about, if he even knows this. McDonald's once made bubblegum flavoured broccoli.
I think I read that somewhere.
Did you?
Yeah, I can't remember.
You probably read it when you were trying to look for fun facts.
Yeah.
So, this interesting fact will have your taste buds crawling. Unsurprisingly, the attempt to get kids to eat healthier didn't go well. They were confused by the taste. And in fact, some countries banned McDonald's because of that.
Bubblegum flavoured broccoli.
No, McDonald's as a franchise is banned in some countries because of that. That's mad. But yeah, that's my fun fact. Thought it'd be pretty fun to know for those of you that never knew. Because I'm done with like making facts that we could test those. We don't have the facilities. But we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. It's been quite a long one. Sorry to stretch this out so much, but with anime, me personally, I could talk about it for hours. And if we had Kai with us, this would be probably a 2.5-hour podcast if we had Kai here.
Yeah.
So, hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to watch the next episode. Like I said, football business. The next episode is probably going to be based solely around that. Because me and Paolo could talk for a very long time about that. And don't forget as well, like the video. The annotation's going to come right up. subscribe. Gonna show you how. Follow all the links in the description on all our socials. Yeah, just keep up to date with everything we do. Anything that changes within our schedules, we'll let you know on Twitter. Twitter is where we're mostly active. And yeah, until then, guys, see you next time.
See ya.